We're gonna talk about the expectation trap.
Being trapped in expectations.
Yeah, basically is why we set ourselves up for disappointment and how expectations play the most important game in that.
Where do you think these expectations come from?
Where do you think? Of course, they come from family, from our self beliefs, from what we watched in movies, from what we picture ourselves in, and they become like this big monsters that eat us up, right? Because
Movies
we,
was a good point.
yeah. I mean, I have a bunch of friends that don't haven't found like a correct partner in life because they're expecting. They think that a person or a relationship should look as they've seen it in movies or
Yeah,
in
I've seen that happen many times.
shows on whatever. And then whenever Romeo is not Romeo and it's a real person that burps and farts, and it's like, oh my
I
god.
think I had that expectation when I was younger.
Yeah. And what happened? How did it
Oh,
evolve?
um, I don't know. Over time, over learning more about myself, being more confident, understanding that I can be who I want to be,
Yeah.
and knowing that a lot of the shit in this world is fake. You
Didn't
know,
that expectation also come from you trying to please people? Like for me, for example, when I was younger, I wanted to find a partner that my parents would approve completely and that my friends would be like, oh, wow, yeah. So I basically was looking for a medal, not a partner.
yeah, I guess there was parts of it. I don't think I picked partners exactly like that, but I know I've dated people where I didn't want to fully commit because of those reasons. Like some I would was it was really bad, but I realized later on that I was dating somebody that was from Asia,
Hmm.
and this wasn't my first Asian girlfriend. And what happened was that because of the things that family and friends say,
Like what?
like, oh, you like Asians. Oh, it wasn't really about liking Asians. It just was that wasn't the point of it. That wasn't why I dated more than one Asian person. So them saying little things like, "Oh, you like Asians." Oh, like there's just these little tiny.
But did they work in in their favor or against them?
It worked against me. So when I was dating this other person, this other woman, I didn't. Part of the reason why I didn't want to be with her was because of that, but I didn't realize until later on.
So you were sabotaging yourself because of expectations?
Because of other people's expectations, yeah, because of what other people would say. I think
Yeah.
there was other reasons, but and they were kind of these Hollywood reasons. Like she wasn't very good at cooking.
Hmm.
Who cares? I just you have this idea as a man that you want them to take care of you. That's
But there
one
we
that's
go.
one thing I grew on. I learned this lesson of not not trying
Checking
to.
boxes. That's the
Right,
thing. The
right,
thing about expectations is that you have this checkbox,
right.
and if they don't comply with all the boxes, then you're like, no, it's not good enough. I need to find someone else who's better. Because what will my mom think if this person doesn't cook? Or what will my mom think if
Or that's
whatever?
that's what she's supposed to do for some reason. I mean, there were other factors that it didn't work out. Like I was a raging alcoholic, which didn't help at all.
We're gonna talk about that one. About addictions.
So yeah, I think expectations from other people, from other things like movies and TV, books. I mean, the fact that if you watch a lot of movies that you're a victim, like it's okay for you to be a victim.
What do you mean?
like you see a lot of movies, like everyone acts like a victim. Like the main character is always a victim. Like
Well,
remember that movie we saw recently where the guy they killed his wife, his girlfriend, and then he went on the rampage. Remember we went to the
oh
movie
yeah,
theater,
yeah, yeah,
and
with this
it
guy
was
from Mr.
okay that he
Robot.
was going to kill people.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of an extreme version.
Well, movies and shows are always like that. There's always a victim and someone who needs to be rescued, or someone that's not going to be rescued and that's going to go on a rampage killing people.
Yeah.
But they do imprint in our brains the expectation thing and the how you need to satisfy everyone else's ideas of what's right and what's wrong before you do it to yourself, and how you need to be saved, and how is the roles.
Yeah.
Like for a man, you need to be brave, and you need to have this job that you make a lot of money, and you need to be from a good family
Like
and
when
have a
you
nice car.
like when you go to work and they ask what I do, and I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Oh yeah. And everyone's like, yeah, but what does he do? He's a stay-at-home dad. That's a full-time job. Yeah, but what does he do?
Yeah.
He takes care of a tiny fucking human.
It's your podcast. You can swear.
That's what he does all day. That's a full-time job. But people don't understand because society has implanted these thoughts in our heads, expectations in our heads about how men have to go to work, drive the big van, come
Have all the
home,
money.
drink a beer,
Drink a beer.
be tired, and go to bed and repeat until it's a weekend. And on the weekends, they gotta go do a barbecue with their friends while they drink. They kind of pay attention to their kids, but they don't really. And then on Sunday, they're miserable because they gotta go back to work. That's it. That's how the expectation of a man should be, and I should be the one here wearing an apron and cooking and taking care of the baby.
It's a little reversed here, isn't it?
Yeah. Where's your apron?
It's in the kitchen. I never wear it.
No, but here we both do things. It's like half and half.
Yeah, but there's a lot of expectations on us as a society. And it's
on
kind of
roles.
like you have to stay in a box. And I hate boxes.
Yeah, we do hate boxes, eh?
And when I realized that my family and friends were putting that idea in my head, I hated it.
But it starts.
I hate when someone does that to me. When they tell me I can't do something or I can do something, or even subliminal. I hate that.
Expectations are like these weights that push you down the ocean, like pull you down into the ocean, because they play a hard role in psychological stuff in your head. Because you're never gonna be good enough for everyone.
You're not going to be good enough for almost anybody.
So they're gonna pull you down and play with your self-esteem, and in the end, the only person you should be satisfying is yourself and your significant other, if anything, if you have a healthy relationship. Because you can have expectations from your partner that are not real. Like you could be telling me, hey, I need you to be ripped. I don't know.
Then the only expectations that you need to meet are your own, if they're realistic. No?
I mean,
Like, really, do you have to meet everyone else's expectations or anybody's? Do I have to meet your expectations?
why do you think we do that? The expectation game.
Why?
Uh-huh.
To be accepted.
Exactly.
To be loved and accepted and feel
There you
good
go.
about
That's
ourselves.
a free therapy session. That's what we do. We give therapy to ourselves.
Well, to ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, to both of us.
Not to everyone else out there.
We try not to.
This is just for fun. And
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah. We like to do that. But yeah, exactly. To be accepted. So when you're trying to play the expectation game, you're not even doing it out of a healthy place.
No. But what happens when those expectations, like how do you weed through those expectations in your head? Let's forget about meeting the expectations of everyone else. How do you go through that? How do you weed through the expectations and, put some in the recycling bin and some of them...
That's a very interesting and delicate point, I think, at this point of life. Because nowadays, I mean, back then, when we were kids,
Back in the day when all this was land, that's
when
what you say.
all this was land and we were kids, expectations were different because we would have the influence of maybe Disney and a little bit of TV that our parents would let us watch. It was a little bit more innocent. Expectations were more down to earth. But nowadays, I mean, your cousin is 12 and she watches TikTok all day, maybe, and Instagram and whatever other social media there is. So now the expectations for a 12-year-old are you need to look good physically. You need to be smart. You need to do skincare.
That's a million things.
Bro, when I was 12, I didn't put cream on my face. You need to do good makeup. You need to wear this. You need to wear that. You need to talk like this. You need to talk like that. Oh, she's in, but she doesn't look good. She looks good, but she doesn't. Now you need to look like that. You need to...
Those are expectations, yeah. Right, like, let's not even talk about movies anymore or TV shows. Let's talk about social media being the catalyst for your expectations. I didn't even think of that.
No.
Well, I have thought of that.
So at some point, you gotta just sit in a freaking dark room and calm your mind and talk to yourself. But there's all this pollution all the time around your head saying, don't eat that. Yes, eat that. No, I need more protein. No, I need this. I need to do this. I need to do that.
Just even when I do my other YouTube videos, I'm bombarded constantly with what to do and changing. I feel like I'm changing my mind even to figure out what topic to pick, how to say the hook, how to do the video. And it's not even just videos that I'm watching on TikTok or YouTube or anywhere that's telling me you need this to do better. You need to have this type of editing. You need to have this type of hook. It's also people are randomly messaging me saying, you're not getting enough views because you need a video editor.
So
or
that's
you need a
another kind of
thumbnail.
and they make you doubt about
You're
yourself.
bombarded by it every day, no matter what you do.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a doctor, probably you're not the best kind of doctor because your colleagues do better. If you're a teacher, you're not the best kind of teacher. If you're, we're always told that we need to do more and more and more. And that's also, I think, like a sick part of society nowadays. Nothing is enough ever.
How do you organize that in your brain though? Like how do you pick what's right and what's wrong?
I guess you gotta start with a question that seems easy, but it's not. What do I want? What makes me happy? And most people won't be able to answer that. They will be like, try to answer that. Try to answer it. Try to answer it. What makes me happy and what do I want?
I think trying different things.
The first thing that people are gonna tell you, like in an automated answer, is gonna be a family, a house, a car, and vacation. That's it.
It's automatic.
Because we're programmed
Those are
for
expectations.
The expectations, because you need to go through them, you need to check the lists. Find a boyfriend. Yeah, my family likes it. It's good enough. Yeah, he's handsome. He's whatever. Now I need to get married. And I need to make a wedding. And the wedding has to be better than my friends because my friends spend I don't know how much money. But my wedding, they're not going to talk shit about my wedding. So my wedding has to be better. Even if I've never dreamt about having a wedding, I need to make a better wedding. So,
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because you're banging. I'm sure they might hear it.
You can tell me. That was weird.
Well, you're in the middle of a sentence, so middle of a point.
I got excited.
It's okay. You can get excited.
So after the wedding, if your friends are already having kids, you need to hurry because, you got to keep up. You got to keep up. Now, someone already bought a house, but you don't have enough money to buy a house, but you're going to get into a mortgage. Now, how long are you going to pay for the mortgage? Do you have enough money to pay for the mortgage? Doesn't matter. You need to stick to the plan and you need to stay in the expectation level and do whatever everyone else is doing. And at the end of the day, what you end up with is a crisis of nerves.
Until retirement, you don't have enough money to retire.
No. And then you live paycheck to paycheck. And are you really happy living paycheck to paycheck? Are those people who are paying the mortgage and have an expensive car and blah, 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 is that the kind of thing that makes you happy?
Me, no. It makes me sick. I met someone one time, they were a teacher, and they were like, I want 5 things. I want the house, the kid, the car, the dog, the marriage. And I was like,
Bye.
no, I wasn't dating them. I just knew this was just a person I knew. And I was like,
Exactly. But for most people, you're not going to be ever successful if you don't get the checklist.
it's okay if that checklist does make you happy, though. It truly, deep down inside, you have to do some searching. I'm not saying that anyone out there, you can't have those things. It's just not for me.
We all want them in different ways, but I think the expectations don't let us ask for them the right way we want them to. For example,
that's a point. Yeah.
Me, I'm a woman. No, I'm supposed to have the wedding, the thing, the blah 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 blah. I'm not interested in it. Truly, I'm not lying. I don't care about a wedding.
I know.
I wanted to meet someone. I wanted to share my life with someone. Yes, that part, I think it's rooted deep inside of our genes. We're social animals, and we do need a partner or whatever, companion. We all look for it in different ways. Maybe your way of looking into a companion is having friends, and mine is having a partner, and you're my best friend, so I love it. But for me, the checklist is different. I wanted to spend my life with someone, yes, but I was never interested in the wedding part. Well, I've always been a little bit of a rogue. So, like, wedding, yeah, right, paying for everyone, because in Mexico we pay for the everyone you invite, you pay for them. It's not like in Canada. Here you pay for the whole wedding. So my idea of spending a lot of money into getting everyone drunk, like, what for? I'm marrying you, not them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're gonna celebrate together. Okay, then bring your booze and I'll invite you to my house, bro. But that's an expectation that it gets out of hand. I worked as a hostess for weddings. Very rich people weddings. Very rich people weddings. I'm talking about millions of pesos in weddings. And the next wedding, like next week's wedding, they were all the community, right? They were Jews. So this week was one family, and the next week was the next family, but it had to be better. So they became like mental, the weddings that they made, and the amount of money they have it. It's fine if they want to spend it, but you wouldn't see the brides happy or the family. They were all stressed because they needed to be perfect and they needed to make it better than the other ones.
I've been to weddings like that where they weren't even happy.
What's the point?
It's not working. What's not working? I didn't even notice.
The question...
The shrimp isn't here. I didn't even know there's a million other seafood plates. Who cares? But that's the pressure on women, because then what happens after you get married? What do they ask you? Once you get married, or as you're getting married, as the party's going on, what's the question they ask you next? Not
when's the kids?
Exactly.
Where are the kids coming?
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe you don't even want kids, but you're being asked all the time. When are the kids? By the way, stop asking about kids to people. It's rude. It's horrible.
When are you having kids?
When are you gonna have kids? Fudge. That should be
illegal.
Like illegal, yeah. Bro, why?
Well, we have one now, so no one asks anymore.
Well, They
ask you if you're gonna have more
all the time. When are you gonna have the second one, bro?
What? One's expensive enough.
Who's gonna pay for it? The expectation again: have 2, have 3, have 4. But one, he's gonna be alone, and no, he's gonna be happy, and he can have friends. What happens
when you have 2 kids, a house, and everything else? I wonder what gets asked. I think it's when are you gonna retire?
Nothing. Then you become boring.
When you retire, they're gonna say, when are you gonna die?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's never enough. It's never enough. Never, ever enough. Never. So I think the question to ask yourself when you're trying to decide if you're gonna do something or not is, what for? Why am I gonna do that? Why do I need a bigger car? Is it for me or for everyone else to be like, oh wow? Because that expires too. I mean,
it makes you feel better in the moment.
Yeah, but if I see someone, let's see that I'm one of those sick people competing in that aspect of life. I don't care. I have a small car and I'm not changing it until it explodes. If someone comes and tells me, oh, when are you going to change my car? And I change it just to prove a point. And I buy a big ass car that costs me more than I make. My friend that I asked, she's going to come, or he or whatever, and say, oh, wow, you changed your car. Yeah. And play the game of, oh, you did it. Oh, so nice. But they're hypocrites, right? And then what? By the second time I see that person, is going to be all news.
All your friends are hypocrites?
No, not at all.
I hope your friends aren't listening.
They can't be listening. I don't care about cars.
No, I'm joking.
I couldn't care less if they changed their cars either.
No. Yeah, I've never been a car person.
Like I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna date that person or I'm gonna go out with that friend because they have nice cars and nice houses. I don't care. But people do.
They do, yeah.
So you become an accessory?
And a lot of time those people that have the cars or the houses or the money or whatever, and they accept people in their lives that are using them like that, are usually never good people either.
No. They're trying to get somewhere else, but what for?
No, not the people that are getting into the lives. I mean, even the people that are being taken advantage of, quotations. Even those rich people that people want to be friends. Like, you know most of the time that someone's just using you for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, do you really want to be their friend? If you're accepting them in your life, you have issues.
Again, what for? That's a good question to ask yourself. I mean, the physical expectations, the way we need to look, how we start becoming invalid as we age. Like, most of the influencers you see are young.
Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends where you are.
Like TikTok and Instagram are kind of new.
Big time Instagram. It all depends on how you look.
It's kind of new. But what will happen when all the influencers are older? I mean, there are going to be new ones, of course. But what happens to those older ones? Are they obsolete now? No one wants to watch them?
Maybe a lot of them are going to have problems.
We need to normalize that age is okay, you know?
But why? I wonder why, though, it's about looks. Why people sitting there watching something when they know it's about looks. That's why I don't like going on Instagram, really.
Because we all play that game, you know? We all have that expectation, exactly. We all want to be looked at. And we want people to think good things about us.
But why is the algorithm serving you people that look good all the time? Is it training us to something? Or do we secretly want to look better? Or do we like seeing people that look better than us? Or fake, AI overdone with makeup. And you ever see those people that put the makeup on? They're really old and they put makeup on, a lot of makeup. And then they look completely different.
Yeah.
What makes us want to watch it? What makes a majority of people want to watch that? Because obviously that's working.
Because all our lives, and this is before Instagram, we were trained that you need to look a certain way to be attractive. Whatever you call attractive. Whatever it is.
Another expectation.
And that's a big one. That's the biggest one in the industry. For makeup, for creams, for hair dyes, for shampoos, for...
No, you're answering the question there, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, it's the industries like doing this. Doing all the merchandise. And then people want to do it too.
It's always about money.
It's always about money, yeah. Not always, but fame, money, whatever it is.
Well, I mean, it's always about advertisements on those places.
Your feet have to be on the ground, but it's very hard for them to be on the ground. Because when you're young and you're watching all these influencers exercise and they look perfect. Like there's not an inch in their body that moves.
Mm-hmm.
and they look like Barbies, like sculpted Barbies. And in your head, you look at the mirror and you have skin, and you have a little bit of fat here and a little bit of fat there. But you're
They're probably
going,
pinching their skin behind them with
yeah,
clothespins.
well, maybe like the dresses,
Like-
the wedding dresses, yeah, maybe. But that's what it used to affect me, and then I would start telling myself, that's what they do for a living. Do I want to dedicate myself like 24/7 to do that? Hell no. That for me would be boring. For me. Not boring, but underwhelming. Like all day long counting micronutrients and protein, and no, I want to look good, but in a I don't have to do a lot kind of thing. I want to be healthy, yes, but I don't care about that. But when you're young and you're comparing yourself to that, the expectation is too big.
The expectation and the amount of information out there, like the amount of ways you can do something, the amount of ways you can moisturize your skin, you can do your hair. I don't know. I don't watch those things, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the amount of things, like when I wanted to fix my liver,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of things that people said to do. If I did them all, I'd be doing it all day.
Like before, we would have some books, the old advice from neighbors and friends, and that's it. Like
back when all this was land.
when all this was land and dinosaurs would roam. But
Back when
nowadays,
phones were attached to the wall.
yeah, exactly, and had a cord like this that you would put your finger through while you were talking. Yes, but the amount of information that we have nowadays plays a good role and a bad role.
Yeah, yeah, true. There's a lot of information out there that
Because when
I
do
mean
you stop?
you can find information on, like, if coffee's good for you, you can find information on it. Yes, it is, and you can find information on no, it's not.
Some people will tell you it's horrible, and some people will tell you it's very good. So what do you stick with? Whatever you need.
Whatever you feel
Yeah,
like.
exactly. I love coffee, so I'm gonna stick with the part of it's very good for you. It has antioxidants
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little tiny creepy crawler monster.
Yeah, you can really creep in there.
I mean, nowadays that I'm older, it's a little bit easier to understand it because I know myself better. And I can talk about these things confidently, but 20 years ago, I don't know.
So how do you tell the kids nowadays, like 20 years ago, because you've had experience? I mean, some people have experience and they still don't learn, but
I've made peace with myself nowadays. Like I know who I am, I know what I want, and I know what I don't want. So I know what I'm willing to spend time with, at, and what I'm not.
But is it because you read a book or is it because you had the experience?
Both of them.
I mean, it's mostly experience, though.
Experience and knowing myself. In my case, I've been through a lot of therapy in life. I've been through a bunch of therapists. We can talk about that in another episode. It's too long. But I've been through a lot of therapy. I've been through a lot of like lessons in life.
Yeah.
I've lived a lot of things that made me realize what's important and what's not for me. And still, I have a little bit of that monster. Of course I do. I don't look at the mirror and I'm not like, I don't care how I look. I don't care if I gain weight. Who cares if my hair falls? No, of course not.
Those monsters don't disappear no matter what. They either get bigger or smaller. They're always there.
Yeah, you gotta make friends with them. You gotta be friends with them and feed them just what they need and nothing else. But that takes time to know.
So if you're younger, you need to be patient with yourself. It's basically a good point, no? Be patient and know that you're going to learn along the way. Like they say, what's the saying? A fool learns from their own mistakes, while a smart person learns from someone else's mistakes. I'm butchering that saying.
Probably. I've never heard it, but
yeah, you never heard it?
Sounds
but
good enough.
It's something along those lines. And I think the fact that, like, I don't think anyone really learns from someone else's mistakes.
No.
I mean, you need to learn from your own.
You can read a bunch of books and they will help you, but you gotta experience it and you gotta like try it on. It's like clothes. You try it on, it fits you, yeah, you keep it. If it doesn't fit you, you discard it.
True.
But you gotta try it on.
True.
And feelings and are like that. You gotta live them, feel them, and then you decide if you don't want them or not. But here's the tricky part again. They're polluted by
False information.
false information and family, friend expectations, society expectations again, versus personal identity. I wanted to say that.
Personal identity. With the pinky finger.
Huh?
Personal identity.
I wanted to say that because it's important, I think.
Yeah.
You're shaping your identity when you're young. But you have like all these voices around you talking to you. So you don't have enough wisdom yet to filtrate the good ones and get rid of the bad ones or the useless ones.
Sometimes you want the wisdom now. We all want the things now. Right? Like, most people out there want things now. And social media tells you, you can get it now.
Yeah.
You can have it now. I got 100,000 followers in 1 month. Bullshit. Now.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things and people out there that kind of hit lotteries and certain things, but you don't get things now.
No, you gotta build things. Everything takes time. Even the rip body of the whatever person you follow, I wonder how much time it took them to get there.
Or surgery.
All the all the research, all the time at the gym, all the
Trial and error.
And realizing what's good for you and what isn't, what works for you, what workouts are good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, for the longest time, I thought that cardio was the deal in life.
Right.
So I would spend 2 hours on a treadmill or a elliptical or whatever, until I realized that cardio does nothing. It burns your freaking muscles if you don't do it right. So after years of trial and error, I started doing weightlifts, but there wasn't that much information.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. You gotta try and try again and try again and
know what fits you, like you said with the shirts, or trying on new clothes, knowing what fits you. And sometimes that fits you 10 years ago. And I mean, my workout routine has changed completely from 10 years ago when I started, 13, 12 years ago.
Mine keeps changing too, yes.
And right now I go more for mental stability than I do. Yeah. And feeling good about myself. It lasts longer. I think at the gym, my dopamine levels, I don't know if it's dopamine, but it lasts longer. It lasts longer in my body if I'm working out. So if I worked out last night, today I'm feeling better because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else has that effect.
It's like a good drug.
Yeah, but it also could be addictive too.
Oh, yeah.
It could be doing the wrong things and doing it for too long, like 2 hours on the treadmill every single day, and burning all your muscles and not eating properly.
And not feeling well at all. I would feel exhausted instead of energized.
Right.
But back then I thought that was how I was gonna look great. And it didn't work. But yeah,
it's an expectation of society, actually, because
I was young and I needed to look a certain way for people to like me. Not even myself. I forgot about what I wanted for myself. It was about all the others, what all the others would think about me.
Did it work?
Not at all. It just fulfilling that expectation for other people only takes you to a void. It's a very hungry void that pulls you in. And the more you try to feed the expectations of others, the more you end up being like, the more you starve. Mm-hmm. You don't feed yourself. You forget about yourself. And that's a good point. About expectations.
I think that also depends on probably to how you're raised and who raised you. Because if, if you had a parent that only gave you praise when you did something good. You know what I mean? Like you're always trying to do something to, like, as you get older, you do something good as a kid, and they only praise you when you do something good, and when you don't do something or you don't achieve something, they either run away or they don't say anything.
So you become addicted to that praise too.
Uh-huh.
I
I think sometimes that's a big factor too, right? And
mean,
how much
of
you
course,
actually
expectations come from our families, first of all. First of all, like
from our
how we were
childhood.
raised. Who do you want to satisfy? Who do you want to come and say, hey, you did good? Who's important for you? And everyone will answer a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people become doctors because they come from family of doctors. So they're expected to be a doctor, but they want to be dancers.
Mm-hmm. They secretly hate their lives.
Yeah. And they may become good at it and make good money and everything, but in the back of their minds, they're dancing.
Or their vision or their dreams of dancing is completely dead and they're not dancing at all.
That's that.
Yeah,
But
I got a comment one time.
But they got the tap of you did good.
Yeah, I got a comment one time. I did a video. I forget what exactly it was
Oh,
on.
I remember that.
Remember,
comment,
and
yeah.
and I comment on it because
Working from 9 to 5 and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it was about working
Uh-huh.
9 to 5, and how do you do it? And someone said, you just let your soul die, basically,
Until you become numb, yeah.
until you become numb and just do it.
Automatically, yeah. And it was like,
Wow. But people do that.
how do you survive
Your
it?
dancing career in your mind is dead. Someone stomped on it.
I wonder how many people love their jobs. How many people really go to work and are like, oh my God, today's going to be a great day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Da, 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 da. And how many people are like,
But
and they're just dreaming about Friday.
My question is, how many of those people that are like, da, 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 are lying, like not actually loving themselves or their jobs, they're just lying to themselves?
Some of them, but I'm sure. Otherwise, what's the point of life? Some people might love and like their jobs. Some people might like them. We can't like 100% of our jobs ever. Ever.
No.
You gotta be a sociopath or disconnected in your head to love always everything. Like, that's not possible. There's gotta be things about life that you don't like in your job, in your daily routines, whatever. But I'm sure there's people that like their jobs. But I'm sure I can write it down, like I can sign it, that they're the minority. When I go to work sometimes at rush hour, I don't always go to work at rush hour, and I see all these cars driving. They're like mannequins with like dead stares, like, and they gotta get in front of you, and they're miserable, and they haven't even started work, and they're miserable.
Yeah.
So what can
They're
you?
angry.
Yeah, they're mad. They're driving
like
mad.
Honking at you and
they're
driving
miserable.
like idiots. Yeah.
Miserable. And that's the majority of people. That's people who have a car. And then there's the people that are riding the metro or the buses or whatever, packed in a little space.
That's a version of me that I don't want to be.
No. But luckily we've had a good enough life that we've been able to choose. Some people can't choose.
Some people can't choose. Some people are afraid to choose though too.
Yeah, some people maybe can't choose, but yeah. But they need to eat or whatever, pay for rent. So they're not, you should watch his YouTube channel for that. They're not brave enough to break the habit of being dead inside and doing the same thing every day because they're too afraid they're not going to succeed. So they rather have a mediocre job where they make just enough to survive in life than explore something else. That's an empty expectation, eh?
Very, very empty.
Yeah. Because most people, at least in Mexico City, they make just enough to pay rent and eat.
In Canada too. Toronto? Yeah. That's the biggest, emptiest expectation, I think. And it's justified, like we need to work hard and go to work and work, and I work. This is what I do. Oh, my work, but like it's.
But that's how we've been trained since we were kids.
Mhm.
We start going to school and we need to follow rules. We gotta have good grades. We gotta do good at school. And when you're like in middle school, you gotta start thinking about what you're gonna do for the rest of your life, and you better be good at it.
It's manufactured.
It's like factory Sims or something.
Where
Like
they
they
throw something on the floor.
they put a brand on your head, a stamp, and there you go to work,
Uh-huh.
and you gotta do it well. We're programmed for that, and that's what like kills our soul.
The programming's deep.
Very deep. Like you've been trained ever since you were, I don't know, what age do you go to school? 3? Kindergarten? 4?
4.
To be on a
But then there's
schedule.
preschool.
To be on a freaking schedule where you go to a certain time to a certain time and you only have the afternoons free and you only have 2 days a week to do whatever you want. And that's it. Repeat.
Stop banging.
Repeat. And repeat and repeat and repeat.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, if you're free spirit and you work 2 days per week, then you're weird. You're an offcast. You're no, you don't fit.
And if you don't fit, it's when you don't fit into that schedule, the 9 to 5 schedule, people expect you to fit into theirs, into their like,
Yeah.
oh, I can only do things on the weekend. Well, I work on the weekend too, so.
Exactly.
Or maybe I don't work on the weekend, but don't you have time after work? No, I'm too
Don't
busy.
you know that there are 5 other days in the week, not just Saturday and Sunday? What happens to those 5 days? They disappear.
I've been there. I've worked 9 to 5 and they do disappear.
Yeah, I worked 9 to 5 too, and it's horrible. Because I remember every day I would get to my house to prepare my lunch for next day. Let's not even talk about exercising because I was miserable, so I wouldn't even exercise. I would take a shower and go to bed early because I had to wake up early the next day. So there you go. That's your day.
Mm-hmm.
And Groundhog Day again and
Groundhog
again
Day,
and then again
over
and again.
over again. So do you have any tips for people out there for expectations?
Go to therapy. Yeah. I mean, if expectations are becoming very heavy for you, you do need to know where they're coming from. Because there might be something else rooted in you.
So you need to do that deep dig to see where they're coming from.
Yeah. Instead of wasting time trying to explore what others are doing, you need to take a dive into yourself and know yourself. What do you want? What do you really want? What are you afraid of? What have you been told since you were a kid that you're good enough for and you're not good enough for? Because I think that's where it comes from.
Going back to social media, I saw a video the other day. The woman was like, she does like manifestations and stuff, but what she said was, what you need to do in life is what you're the most scared of. That's what when you said scared, what are you scared of? Which I think is a good point.
Yeah.
Like speaking, talking, doing videos, I used to be scared of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not completely not afraid of them still. Like I still, before I turn on the camera, I'm a little scared sometimes.
We all have our expectations and our fears. We all do. Of course. First of all, is anyone going to listen to this? What are they going to think about me? If they see the video, what are they going to think I look like? Are they going to comment that I'm ugly? Are they going to say, hey, you're this, you're that? Because people are mean too, no? They're like parasites in life that they just go in videos to say bad things.
Especially on internet.
If they want to say bad things, I don't care anymore. I've worked on myself.
If there's what I say to people all the time, if they're saying something bad to you on your videos,
you're doing good.
You're doing a good thing.
Yeah,
you're doing something good.
Yeah.
Or you're
or if they're saying something about your appearance, they're in for the wrong video.
Even still, I still think those things.
Like, for example, what gives you the right to comment about someone else's appearance?
You don't have the right.
No, no one has.
No. But
even if you're the most gorgeous creature in the world, what gives you the freaking horrible right to go into a video, a photo, a post?
no, you're just a horrible person. That's it.
Yeah, you're dead inside. Go bury yourself in a grave. I'm dark too. Sorry.
But it's so that's the thing though. If you're scared of people commenting how ugly you are, maybe that's something you need to do. You need to do something about image, to put yourself out there for those people to comment those things, and you to actually learn how to
Whoever comments that, please add a picture of yourself first, because I want to see. I want to see who's saying that.
But you know what I mean, though. Maybe that's something you want to work on, because if you're afraid that someone's gonna call you ugly or stupid or whatever,
that's what I'm saying. You got to dive into yourself and be like, why am I letting that affect me? Right. Why is it bothering me?
And then what do you do once you find that, if you do find it?
Make peace with it and let it go. Is it worth it to worry about it? No. Am I going to make a complete face surgery to change myself so others think, oh, she looks good now? What for? I don't care.
Maybe you want to. I don't know.
No.
Not you, but I just mean...
someone.
Yeah.
Because some people might think that the only way of succeeding in life is to look like a whatever influencer or a Barbie or whoever, you know?
But it's fine too. Like, people want to do surgeries, they can. You know how the people that... What gives you the right to go online and
I'm okay with surgeries. If you want to change your nose or if you want to put boobies or whatever, I'm perfectly fine with them. I think it's part of life, and if you can do it, go for it. But if you're doing it because you think that in that way people are going to accept you, then you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Wrong reasons, yeah. You
got to do it for yourself. And that's a fine line. It's a very fine line that we go back and forth.
How do you know you've crossed that line or not?
Knowing yourself. And how do you know yourself? Through experience, being honest to yourself, going to therapy. Please go to therapy. Like, even if you don't have big issues in your life, go to therapy and explore yourself. Like, your limits.
And what happens if you don't like your therapist?
You change
That's an
it.
excuse, usually. I don't like their opinions. I think you can learn something from everybody, though.
I've had a bunch of therapists in my life. Some of them I can really say they've taught me stuff, and they've like opened doors in my head that I've explored that I've been like, oh wow. The others, they just wanted the money and they were boring. But it's about you, not them.
Don't you think you can learn something from everyone, though?
Oh yeah.
No matter what?
Yeah.
I used to go to if
you really want to learn about yourself.
I used to go to these conferences on travel. I had a travel blog, you know that.
Yeah.
But maybe no one else out there knows. And the poopers is up. He's
That's
awake.
Our kid.
Anyways, I would go to these these conferences, and they would have talks where people would talk. Maybe someone's really good at Pinterest, let's say, or SEO, which is search engine optimization. So like Google, like ranking your page up higher on Google. You would come out of those talks and people would be like, it was horrible. I already knew everything. And I'm like, well, I actually got a tool that they gave us a discount code and a tool. I knew everything, yes, but I didn't know about this tool.
Yeah.
And usually those things end up being like little nuggets of gold.
Yeah.
And I think people go into therapy, into all different kinds of situations in life, and they don't try to bring out that nugget with them, that nugget of gold, even within themselves.
But it depends who you are. If you're willing to take good things, or you're just gonna you're a complainer or a taker or a learner. It depends on your personality and your everything. Like, I meet people all the time in my work. Every time I fly, I'm a flight attendant. Also, I'm a psychologist, if you needed to know. Every time I fly, I meet someone different. The crews change all the time. There's the complainers there's the fitness people, there's the pessimists, the optimists, the happy people, so you learn from everyone. But you gotta be willing to learn. You have to have you have to
an
want
open
to
mind.
yeah. And you can learn from the pessimist for sure.
Yeah.
You can learn from the happy person. You can learn, and if you take the time to listen, then you can incorporate that into your life. And if that is a therapy that is focused on you, and you're willing to like open all the doors in your head and explore them to know who you are, then better.
Sometimes that's scary, but it's necessary.
It's very scary. It's very, very scary. But if you don't open them, I've always said that you can put your emotions into boxes and put them in the back of your head.
In the attic.
In the attic, yeah. But one day they're going to rot. And it starts smelling.
And then fall through the ceiling.
And then it's going to take forever for you to find that freaking box because you put a bunch of boxes in front of them.
True. That's a good analogy.
So then you got to move everything that's in front of that box to get to it. So don't pack things that are unnecessary. But for that, you need to know yourself.
We're going to pack things that are unnecessary.
For sure. But eventually they'll rot.
You have to do work on those boxes, and try to, open them up.
And they'll start polluting the other ones, the good ones. Yeah. You put a bad memory, a box of apples that are rotten, and beside it you put letters. They're gonna, the rotten apples are gonna stain the good letters, So it's an analogy maybe, but you gotta go through the boxes in your life. And that's what a therapist does with you.
And a lot of those boxes are the old expectations.
Oh, yeah.
I turned it down and I can still hear them.
Yeah.
I think we better go.
I think that's the end of the episode.
That's a call.
That's our...
You wanna thank everybody for listening and hanging out with us?
And if you have any questions, you have any topics you want us to talk about, or if we left something loose and you're like, hey, wait, but how do I do this data? You just type it down, let us know, and we can make an episode about it. We can email you, text you, whatever we're here to help. That's the point of this.
Yeah.
At least for me, what I've learned in life and what took me so long to understand, I'm sure I'm still gonna learn more, and I can't be like, oh, I know everything.
I know everything.
But I want to share it. And we'll do addictions. We'll do alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do eating disorders. We'll do depression. We'll do.
These are things that we, like I said, we talk. I don't know if I said it actually. I might have said it earlier. That we talk about in the kitchen, basically, with each other.
We walk.
So
we
walk.
We'll go for a walk, and that's what we talk about.
And we have always been like, we got to turn on the microphone and the.
Maybe one day we'll take you for a walk and we can talk and walk.
We could, but also like it's just so other people can hear our points. I mean, maybe we're not always right, or
not at all, but that's the point. When you hear other people talking about things
and their shit, you
can really explore yourself and see what it makes you feel and what moves in you, and explore that box. Open that box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
And that was fun.
Yeah. See you soon when the baby goes to sleep again.